Episode 562 of the TV Dudes, recorded October 24th, 2025. Chad Powers.
This week we're heading back to campus with the college adventure with Glenn Powell as Russ Holiday as Chad Powers.
It's an unlikely Mrs. Doubtfire situation, and we watched the first 5.
Yes, the finale is actually next week, which is odd for us. We usually jump in either on the first couple or the last,
or after it's done.
Done. But we'll discuss why that's too soon, and it's for the reason you might. It isn't for the reason you might think.
Yeah. But before we get to that, I'm Les.
I'm Nick.
And we're the TV Dudes. And you know, a bunch of powerful Chads isn't all we watched this week. To the Patreon.
Yeah, we watched some powerful Chucks as well.
Indeed.
Patreon.com/TV Dudes lets you hear this weekly show for free. Plus, $1 a week will get you a extra episode. This week, our Patreon is Good Boy. As we check out the dog horror movie.
We're really going to the dogs here with the horror movie told entirely from the dog's POV. The dog, come on, Indy is the best. Y'all got to go see Good Boy.
Truly the Good Boy. The spoiler alert, Indy was a good boy the entire time.
The entire time. Yeah.
The entire time he was.
Yeah. Worth seeing. You should go watch Good Boy for yourself and or go over to the Patreon and hear all the things we thought were goodest about it. But now, Diaries.
The Diaries of the Television Dudes. Brought to you by only the finest cocaine wine.
Diaries!
So this past week, or over the past week and a half, all of the Paramount shows came back.
Oh, did they?
Yep. So
Ghosts and
Matlock and Elspeth
yeah.
Also Tracker, which I know the silly countdown on Amazon got canceled after apparently a cliffhanger. I don't know who finished the season of Countdown.
I mean,
but that frees up Jensen Ackles, and he guests on the
premiere. You're the
premiere.
only one that ever even tells me, and I keep forgetting it.
You forget it exists. Everybody did.
You told me the other day, I'm like, what is Countdown? Like, I told you about it 5 times.
It doesn't matter.
You haven't.
Did you? It didn't stick.
No, I told you it's Jensen Ackles. No, he hasn't done anything lately.
He's not doing anything right now. He's not busy. Yeah, no, he's over on Tracker. It's good to see that guy again. He was just on Amazon Prime. Was he?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So Tracker's got the brothers back, which is a fun like accountant 2 kind of vibe. And I'm enjoying all my shows back. High Potential is also back over on Hulu, which feels like it ought to be a Paramount show. And Watson's back as well with
Watson still on?
Yep, Rumpelstiltskin himself is Holmes. They have reintroduced their Holmes.
Oh, okay.
So Robert Carlyle from like Bigby from Trainspotting is their Holmes.
Oh, for whatever reason I thought you said it was another guy playing Holmes. Or am I wrong?
No, they hadn't actually shown him.
Oh, they hadn't shown him. All right. They have someone
it's
voicing
their
him?
Moriarty is Randall Park.
Ah, right. Okay, maybe.
So I'd kind of been wondering like who they were going to play as their and they've so this season they reintroduce Holmes. He is obviously faked his death, the Rock Falls thing. And Watson nearly died trying to rescue him from a faked death. So it's a little tense in the episode of like, hey buddy, I'm glad you're alive. Like I want to hug my friend and all, but what the fuck, dude? Right. And Holmes is like, well, I mean, come on, it was a years-long fake my death plan that I've had going for decades. Like I couldn't tell anybody. That would defeat the whole purpose. But I'm letting you know now. And like, well, why would you fake your death? Like, well, partly, and I kind of like this setup. In the background of Watson, whatever else is going on, Holmes faked his death to do a very Holmesy thing. Somewhere in the course of solving crimes, he realized there are bigger crimes. My dad commits bigger crimes. Like, there's people getting their shit stolen out of their house in London or whatever, and then there's the level of crime that, like, the rich in England or the rich in the, like, are pulling. And Holmes was like, so I really want to take down that, but I can't do that with any way to get to me. So I have to, like, in order to attack that system, you have to be willing to fake your death and step out.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's not it doesn't seem to be the focus of the show.
But Sherlock does the same thing, I think. When he fakes his death.
But I kind of like the idea that in the background of like the case of the week of Watson, he's got a friend out there that is just going to occasionally pop in and like, so what are you in the middle of? I can't talk about it, but you may see some shit on the news.
This is my favorite. One of my favorite things about the Sherlock Cumberbatch version. Is him coming back and he's about to reveal that he's been alive, like with a big funny, like with a mustache and like, haha, because he thinks it's funny. Like that's what he thinks. And like Watson beats the ever loving shit out of him.
They almost do that. Like he's completely faked himself and like is sitting in the office and Watson follows him for a little bit before he reveals himself and like pretty good, right? Like what do you mean pretty good? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I almost died trying to save you. Well, I didn't need saving. I know that now. That's why I'm mad.
Is that a little bit impressive?
Yeah. Like, but I fooled you. I fooled Shinwell. Like, okay, you're just more of an asshole for this. So yeah, it's I'm glad to have all those back. Ghost is back and still funny. Thor has his son who's across the street at the house. They have to yell. They have a yelling window.
Bjorn.
Bjorn. Bjorn gets married. The people across the street move a bookcase so that it blocks the view, and because they want to make a media room, so they're gonna block the window in that room. And like suddenly, like no, like he can't scream. So yeah, hilarity ensues. And then basically the only other thing I watched this week were a shitload of pieces or entireties of Roger Corman movies. Because of us seeing Deathstalker, I watched part of Barbarian Queen. I watched a fuckload of Deathstalker movies. You can hear about all of that on Patreon here pretty soon.
Yeah, that's our horse.
That is our horse. Is that where she's hiding it?
I watched those with you. Also continue my watch of My Hero Academia. Into the later seasons now, where like the foreign heroes are coming in to help out. So that's cool. You get to see, and I was like, oh, right. Technically, All Might, who is their Captain America analog, is a Japanese hero. He went to go study abroad and did his work study in America.
Okay,
and
that's fucking hilarious. That's just great.
And I was like, oh, right. And because this is all takes place in Japan. And all of the attacks are like Kentucky Derby or Oklahoma Smash.
That's great.
And like, and it's like, oh, but the America's #1 hero is coming over. I'm like, what's the America's #1 hero going to be like if
Captain America's Japanese dude?
And it's Captain America woman. Like it's basically it looks like I'm here for he trained someone while he was over there, and now this woman basically looks exactly like All Might. Haven't seen her fight. I haven't seen her fought yet. Just saw her riding on a jet stream, on a fleet of jet streams as she flies to Japan.
Okay.
And so this is great. All the paperwork involved with bringing it's a national level disaster. And it's been a month since they broke all their villains from a Tartarus facility. And this is not like Gotham or DC. No one's broken out of a prison like
this ever.
Not in not en masse or anything like this in like decades. Like it's never happened. It's not a revolving door. Like every other time when they catch a supervillain in the show, you don't have to worry about that guy again.
No, he's done.
He's done. So them breaking it out is a big upping of the stakes, which tells me that we're wrapping up because we can't.
This is about to get nuts.
We can't go bigger than this.
Right.
And
if they ever show us the army of Chuckies, we know we're done.
So, they're talking to all the countries around the world, like, hey, there's a bunch of paperwork to go through, and, like, I'm telling you, we need your heroes here right now. There's a plan about to go down in 8 days. We thought we had a month, but our big bad, like, has got a thing going down in 8 days, and we need some fucking backup. And everyone else is like, no, we gotta go through the proper channels, like, there's requesting. You think you're the only country dealing with bad shit, like, because your country's going to shit. A lot of people around the world are taking advantage, like gangs and stuff. So we need things are actually that's a ripple effect. We got to take care of our own shit. Our #1 hero in Egypt wants to go over there, but he's got something. France is like, well, yeah, we're thinking about it. Maybe we'll send our guy. And then of course, they're all faceless guys up on a wall, like Shield style with Nick Fury. And then the American consulate is like, yeah, so our hero's already on their way there. What? Yeah, so we couldn't stop her. Like, just whatever. Like, it's like
That's great.
like I just love that America has no fucking control over there.
Fuck.
She's like, last I checked, she's what? She's on top of a F-47 like fucking fighter jet. How? She's standing on it? God damn it.
No, I love the idea that Star Trek post that goes around every once in a while of like the United Federation of Hold My Beer.
Yeah.
That, like, all other alien races are just scared shitless of us. I like that idea of like, no, our superheroes like ride over like we're the best friend and Teen Wolf on top of the van and like, ha ha, bitches.
Yeah, and I kind of want
Team America.
I kind of want the other Japanese heroes to be like, oh, when we said help, we didn't mean you.
Not you, though.
I am here.
Like real help.
America's here to kick ass. Like, yep, okay.
Okay, well, great.
We said we'd take anybody, so that was our bad.
Right.
We called our bluff on that.
That's great.
Yeah, I love the powers on this show. They're so weird. Their sniper on this has a sniper rifle that can come out of her body, usually out of her fucking elbow.
Okay.
And her bullets are wadded up pieces of her hair that she can harden and change into different properties.
That's so weird.
So you can see her in different parts of her career. She has different lengths of hair based on she's just out of prison for a month. So her hair's a little bit longer now, but she was bald while
in prison.
Basically,
yeah.
like, you know, like, oh, that makes sense. Like, I really like the power extrapolation and why everyone's power is slightly different. The guy with blue flames apparently runs hotter than even the number one hero, Endeavor. Like, his flames are stronger.
Yeah,
makes
sense.
And Endeavor is like, yeah. Why I decided to basically do my own eugenics program and have sex with a ice powered woman to try and make because that's a thing too, is that people have designer babies to
trying to combine powers. Yeah.
And the reason I did it with an ice woman is so that I can run hotter, technically, not without burning my entire fucking. There's a regulatory problem.
Like, you can't burn hotter than this.
You can't burn hotter than I can technically actually push it up if I wanted to hurt my own body. Having blue flames is dumb. Like,
right.
And there's a reason he's got burns over 90% of his body.
Right.
And, like, his jaw's fucked up.
Stop fucking using your power like that.
So, like, his other kid, like, Todoroki, who can use, he's called Icy Hot, or not, he's not called Icy Hot, but I don't know, he's half hot, half cold.
Icy Hot's a great name, though.
But he's got one half can use ice, one half can use fire, and he technically can run it, like, freezer burn style, regulate himself to, like, I can pump it up and cool down.
And stay safe, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's cool.
But yeah, I'm just a nerd for that level of...
I don't want to go watch My Hero Academia, but I feel like that probably set you up even more for disappointment with our Gen V finale this week.
Gen V, yeah.
Because that sounds like a blast, and I'm thinking, like, but what if in the middle of all of that prison break, 3 of our heroes just got comfortable on a bed and really discussed their feelings?
So I wanted to say that, like, last week was like, well, no, last week was Genevieve's weakest episode, but
yes.
that's fine.
But they had to get a lot of stupid out of the way,
yeah.
And then we're gonna get this finale where Cypher's unleashed, and they have to fight him.
So I really thought, like, yeah, we're really just gonna get into spoilers for Gen V on the finale if anyone cares.
I'm mad at Gen V and I don't care. So sorry, spoilers for a show I'm mad at.
But I really thought we were kind of over the hump on this, and like, okay, we're gonna wrap up with a pretty badass finale, because I thought the problem was them hiding the ball on Cypher.
Right.
I thought that's where a lot of the issues are coming from.
Right. And we know how shows work. Next season, we're gonna retcon who knew what when, and so, like, okay, I just got to push through it.
And
but now that he's revealed, everybody, we can move on, right?
So it's one of those things of like, no, you diagnose the symptom, not the disease. You're like, and I was like, fuck, I misread this.
Yes.
And while watching it, you and I together after like a midnight movie, so like, be warned, maybe we were not in the mood for it, but I woke up still pissed.
I would argue,
I
we were double in the mood for it.
I realized mid watch, I was like what the fuck is going on? And then mid watch, I was like diagnosed. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, Les. I have a running theory, and it's going to be my running theory until I'm proven wrong. But in the writer's room, they have a problem in which they are deeply unconfident in the audience recognizing how cool their villain is.
Right.
Or threatening, or smart, or
They feel like they've had to spoon feed you what he could do with his powers.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't a complex power extrapolation thing.
No.
This is pretty simple.
You
like
can control people.
What you would do with puppet powers if you could control more than one person. Or like what the ultimate goal would be. And like
yeah.
But it's
so
when you talked about that unconfidence, that'd be the problem, not that the kids being stupid is a symptom of that.
Yeah.
And we know that because they start to sacrifice other characters on the altar of making this dude look smarter in a way they don't need to do, and hurts other characters.
We should have realized it when the kids were dumb. That was one thing.
When
Edgar was being dumb, that was a warning sign.
That's that moment of like, okay, I don't like this character, but does the show understand this character's a villain? And like, well, I think they're being stupid, but is the show being stupid?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that all culminates with Sage being, again, the worst written character in either Gen V or Boys.
I don't know why they can't. We had a long discussion right after watching this or the next morning about how easy or how obvious it seems to be able to write Sage better.
Well, so there's a problem when you're trying to write a super smart character. When you're writing a super smart character, say a Walter White or a Moriarty,
right?
Sherlock Holmes,
right?
There's a lot of effort because they have to. How you portray them as smart in a usual way is to show them deducing things from evidence and coming to conclusions and realizations and plans, all based on evidence that they usually have to meticulously explain to you.
Right.
And it's
they're 5 steps ahead of everyone in the room, and then they pedantically explain it and annoy everyone.
It's why Ocean's 11 just doesn't end with "and we got away." It has to do the whole showing them do the heist.
Right.
Like, oh, actually, we were doing this the entire time. If Ocean's 11 ended with just the van exploding and no, we got away,
but you guys get it, right?
Without showing the switch, it'd be like, well, that
what?
Well, no, they just magically got away,
right?
Like you didn't earn it, or that would be Ocean's 8. But it's a little unfair to Ocean's 8. I apologize.
That was not the same as the rest of those movies, though.
Just don't.
Not because of the women. That was not.
No, I just don't like how that movie is written. And so how lazy writers, which is shocking to me because mostly Gen V is written pretty well.
Yeah.
Even this season has some really great stuff. Boys especially is very well written, but this is the lazy way to write a smart character, and always comes off as bad because it is a retcon way to write it.
Right.
So what you do with that is that you have your smart character, and then you do nothing with them, basically, until the end of episode. And then when the end happens, whatever your plot is, that was their plan the whole time, and they made it happen.
Right.
And
like shoving in that Sage leaked the stuff for Starlight about Project Odessa.
Yeah, and I was like, why add that? That's dumb. That takes away the agency of Starlight and the kids. One of the cool things the kids did was call the Campus's bluff. On like, hey, if you forgave those two, Emma and Sam,
we're good, right?
Then we're good. And that was a cool, like, really like bold, and it felt like gutsy thing to do. But then now in retrospect, like, oh, well, that's what they want them to do the whole time. So this isn't gutsy or brave. Well, I mean, it is from them. They don't know, but
right. But because we go chunks of time throughout the show without showing you Sage, and she just is oh, after the fact, I already knew it all. But then when they do show her again in this finale, most of her lines, hand to God, are stuff like, "What's happening? What's going on?
And
what are you doing?"
So
she's the smartest woman in the world, and she is caught flat-footed through this whole episode.
So here's another problem where having missed a character is that when you double down on this and you think you've sold an aspect when you haven't,
right? Then it really collapses.
Which is genuinely shocking because if the Gen V writers have watched The Boys, I know they don't share a complete writer's room,
right.
But if they watch The Boys, they have to know that Sage didn't come off.
No, they just did this badly.
Like they just did this kind of badly, but they think
because she can't have known that assassin was going to fail in The Boys.
If Sage is a super smart character, it'll show our bad guy as even crazier or smarter. That Sage is caught completely. The smartest character is caught completely flat-footed by him.
Yeah,
and not only that, but Edgar, a smart character, is caught unawares by him. Everyone is caught unawares by him, and it's not because it would be one thing if Cypher was a goddamn genius and really, like, it just kind of feels like everyone's dumb.
And to me, this is so easily solved this season. Have Stan Edgar start explaining everything to the kids, and them just jump to a conclusion and run off on their own and start doing it, so that he's like, fuck, I knew they were useless. Because, like, the kids can be dumb. He can't. But then also, I love that so Marie heals Cypher, not knowing who it is somehow, and he can suddenly feel it, and you realize that he's been puppeting people, but that doesn't give him their sensations. He's not really psychically...
Yeah, he says, like, he's been living through a condom, basically, throughout...
And so... Every time he's around like a Muppet blanket, like a fucking microfiber anything, he's just suddenly a goober instead. Like he's running around in a fuzzy blanket. Like, that's great. And honestly, that's such an easy thing for Sage to have, like, okay, so we are on plan H and it's going further than any of the other plans. I think this is the one that's going to go all the way. Oops, he is... way too into fuzzy blankets and shit. There was an off chance he was going to be a total fucking goober. And the way to me to show Sage be smart is to have her notice someone do an innocuous thing. Touch a blanket to their face. And her put a dossier away and blow the dust off another plan and like... And it'd be almost incomprehensible to normal people what she noticed. You know? But that makes her, to me, seem smart. This is her just going... What do you mean we're going to control Homelander with your abilities? Like, how is this not the plan
how is
the
this not the whole
time?
Plan the whole time?
He didn't change plans. He suddenly, and this is what I meant by the alter of this character being smarter, suddenly Cypher has the good plan, and he has to be the smartest character, and they do it by, they think they're taking a character they've already established as a super genius and destroying her to make him seem super smart. But they somehow don't realize that they've never really sold her.
Yeah. No, they haven't.
And now you've wasted her for nearly nothing. It made me so mad about the third or fourth time that she asked, like, what is happening, that I almost turned the show off.
Like, figure it out, bitch. Fuck. Like,
then
it was one thing that we were super smart, but you can't use it because you're there's a dumb white guy in every room you're in, and they're always going to listen to him. But it now actually feels like you don't understand the world you live in. Right.
Separately, all of our heroes go to face this guy that they've somehow not figured out. Which is Marie fucking heals him, and they leave Polarity behind.
So this is why I'm like, it makes me think I'm stupid, and I was like, man, did I miss the reason why they don't bring Polarity with them? Because I
don't care what else you think you have to do. You have
Doug,
one person who can. Yeah.
Doug, great fucking dude or whatever. Yeah. I'm actually kind of mad they killed him.
No, Doug's amazing.
I thought Doug was kind of ruled, and so Doug is excited, like, hey, I know you can't fix me or whatever, but like,
thank you.
Also, they introduce a limitation to Marie's power immediately, just because we can't heal this guy because Polarity needs to bring him to the hospital so that he can get caught. Like, watch them forget Marie can't heal people without an hour in between resting.
Right.
Because that was for that moment, basically, and then kind of not.
Right.
I doubt they'll remember that again.
Well, because I read that as, like, because she did so much to dipshit.
They were riding... he's been riding shotgun inside Cypher, right. So I'm like, oh, dude, he's actually fantastic wealth of knowledge. Like, you got to save this guy. He knows everything about the plan or whatever, and all he really reveals is that Cypher can't control Marie. She's Odessa. He can't control her or Homelander. He doesn't have the juice yet. And that's what he's about to go do, is basically try and level up and get to that point.
Right.
And so they know it won't work on Marie. So Marie's idea is to go alone, to go take this guy out, which is still a bad plan, but I guess I kind of get it. But also...
But that's where we saw her have her fucking horrible villain turn last episode.
So that's your second best choice, right. Marie. Your first best choice is Polarity, because he can't strengthen his way out of controlling Polarity. That's just how his power works.
Right.
If he can EMP out...
That's two of you he can't control.
And only Polarity he can't upgrade out of it.
Right.
Like, it's Polarity is... And it's shown later that Yeah, Polarity fucks him even when he can control Marie. Like, Polarity's the guy. He's
Marie
the one.
Marie should be able to hold Cypher totally still with the, like, lift him up like the goat, and Polarity short his brain out.
And I know, as an audience member, that Polarity doing it is not as satisfying. He's not the main character.
Right, I know he can't for plot reasons.
But also, that's not a good enough just
you need to take him and have him get knocked out.
Yeah. Like, you need to immediately, like, okay, well, let's go. And then suddenly, Black Noir, like, pips him up and flies him and they're like, fuck!
He could fly? Yeah.
Wait, when could Black Noir fly? Like, that'd be a great, like, well, I guess we do it with what we got here, because I don't know where the fuck they went. I'd
make a running gag of Cypher trying to figure out if Black Noir got put in a situation where flying evolved out of his power set.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, Les, but at least half of the Gen V, our crew, know that Cypher's new goal is to
cull the
herd, right?
Yeah.
Marie and Emma and I want to say...
Well, after Kate shoots them all out of the room, that's literally what she recognizes in him talking.
Right, so Kate knows too.
Right.
Like, so, I'm not crazy. This got revealed to almost all of them, right? By, like, Cypher himself.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, when they leave that episode, like him going onto that campus, like, who's next on last episode? One, I just thought he was going to rampage out.
I just thought he was about to mow down people in the yard.
I mean, lucky for them, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't just kill people in the quad.
Because they sit around and don't do shit.
No.
Even though the stakes are clearly
one
established.
Whole wave of kids fucking...
So they don't know
gets wailed on.
And I get that they like, well, we shouldn't run in there with a plan. We don't know what exactly he's going to do. And I'm like, okay, well, that's somewhat true. And if you were just sitting around and if you were sitting around and really like, okay, let's plan this out and make sure we only got one shot at this. Let's get it. And the conversations were just everyone like making sure we have to get this right the first time. Let's get it. That would be one thing. I'll be like, okay, a lot of people are dying when you're sitting around talking about this plan, but I get it. You have to get it right.
Right.
But they sit around and really do whatever they need to on the character front and emotional arcs that they haven't done yet.
There's a moment where they're all in the dorm room and they're having and I understand shows work like this. You're going to have a moment that you don't really have time to have, but it turns into a little bit more serious of a scene and they get comfortable on the bed, like they sit back down and get comfortable. And I don't know why that crossed a line.
I out loud went when Emma sat down. I was like, "Bitch, don't get comfortable.
There's no time.
Don't up.
Screw your butt into the fucking bed."
Where is Jordan?
Oh my lord.
And yeah, they wait for him to announce that he's going to have classes and seminars.
Right.
And their idea is like, "Well, don't go to that. You're going to get killed.
We got to go tell everybody not to go."
And I'm like,
"No, you got to go kill Cypher.
You got to go." Am I nuts here? Like, why isn't the move to go immediately kill Cypher with Polarity?
No, their move is to try to go talk the campus one by one.
Have Emma or some other fucking tail girl, whoever, drive Doug.
Also, how does Cypher not know Tail Girl's power?
Right.
And be super impressed with her. There's so much about how we did decide Bushmaster gets to show off her power, which is great.
Well, they have a...
But we should absolutely name that other dude Bum Rush.
Bum Rush and Bushmaster should team up.
But Bum Rush is what we're calling the dude who can store like a whole fucking platoon of soldiers in his ass.
So what's fucked up about the actual finale is that once they actually get their asses into gear, their plan is good.
Right.
Like, they use Bum Rush to, like... Because he sneaks in there, like, among the people, like, taking the class or whatever. And then Kate pops in, and with her new power restored, throws in Marie, who he thinks is alone, and is going to just take out with all these guys. And, like, okay. And then Bum Rush just keels over one point, and everyone
there's
pops
the rest
out.
of the team.
Yeah, and like you said, Bum Rush him.
Yeah,
and
Cypher's genuinely caught off guard
for a first second.
Because there's like 6 extra fucking people here.
6 extra people that he's not controlling, and before you get and he does have a limit. He can't control like 100 people. He's got like 20 or something.
Right.
And so all of a sudden he's got more people that he can't quite in there, and then they I can't forget who hits him, but somebody hits him, like Sam or one of the strong guys hits him, and once he's down, Tail Girl copies his power and blocks him out.
And again, because this is a great thing that they don't use enough. Tail Girl being able to take your power and use the full limit of it.
Yeah.
immediately.
Like,
that should have made Cypher pull her aside the whole semester. Because she touches Cypher's power and controls the room. All of them.
Oh shit, I think I'm, and then they're all time like, I think I'm controlling this guy.
Everybody.
I think I'm controlling him, controlling everybody. Well, can you stop?
Okay. And she drops them and not him. Like,
yeah.
Because I had a moment of like, she's going to accidentally drop all of them.
No, I like that.
No, she is good with your power immediately.
She only has like a minute with your power, but she has a minute with your power either at whatever your level is at it right now, not what you were doing when you were 16, or whatever it can do.
I like the idea that growing up with your power, with it emerging out of you, is scary. No matter how it goes, it's scary.
I'm genuinely interested if they could have copied Marie's power, and she could have healed Doug.
Probably.
And we could have just avoided that. Or if she copies Homelander, what that does for like, well, I mean, don't fly. You only have a minute, and you're gonna get caught.
Right. Like you need to be careful which power you copy here.
But laser eyes for sure.
Right.
Bushmaster grabs him, and I was like, oh, if we're gonna do the lame powers defeated him, which Marie says like, oh yeah, who you thought had the dumb powers.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess, but also that doesn't quite track or sell because throughout Gen V's whole thing, we follow people with cool powers.
Right.
Like,
well, it sucks that Marie's the one, like, she has the greatest power of them all, and she shouldn't be the one that gets that line.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, I love Emma's power. I'm mad that we don't learn concretely. I mean, we know how Emma grows and shrinks, so she must feel better about herself. And I guess that scene with all the friends is supposed to be, but I really wish that they had, like, put a button on where exactly is the moment, like, shine out the moment where Emma learned to grow herself.
Yeah.
Because it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that she, like, and kicks him across the room, like, boop.
Yeah.
But she does it casually, and it's awesome, and it's a huge moment for her character. She's my favorite character on the show, and I somehow missed the moment where she fully learned to love herself.
Uh-huh. And the writers on Gen V think whatever's, like, the cooler powers and stuff, like, they think Marie's blood whips are the cool part of her power. I was so
mad when she went back to using those. It's dumber than... I thought it was funny when really Cypher goes, sense. Okay, I see why you use your hands. They're unnecessary, but it just feels right.
Actually, that was
was pretty fun.
Also to show the hubris of, if we're going to take out Cypher now, it's because he now has he doesn't have the... when he was in a tube, he could just be analytical and, like, why are you doing...
No, he's actually more dangerous, now.
Yeah. He's
unhinged.
He's more dangerous, but he has a more obvious weakness.
Right,
right. I like that combination. Like, that's a great way to show power. And yeah, Marie basically not popping him just to, like, kind of gloat on him for a second. I mean, I was kind of tracking down. I'm like, okay, he should still be being blocked by what's her name because it's not been like a minute yet.
No.
Like, you're supposed to have, like, 50 seconds or some shit. So I can understand why Marie is caught off guard a little. She still should have, like, 20 seconds of this guy being fucking at her mercy.
Right.
And I was like, cool. I mean, I still would have popped him early, but whatever. And so she lets basically them get the control of her. And it's not lost on me that he controls a blood wave, drops that immediately, and just goes back to, like, fucking force choking them.
Right.
Because that's the fucking better use of it.
It's immediately the blood whips always look like CG from Blade to me.
Yeah.
I don't care how good they are, they always look like bad CG. I hate them almost as much as I hate CG dust particulate storm as a power.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, her, pun intended, whipping those out was stupid. And then so she gets controlled for a minute, which controls them, and he now has control over Odessa, which burns. I like that it shows him getting burned the more he's using his power, and controlling her is more of a... I love the visual representation of the power. Again, Gen V knows most of its shit. Right. I'm only this mad about it because this is a heavy thread of stupid sewn through a good piece of cloth.
Sage was actually a secondary character in The Boys, so, like, that not coming off didn't ruin that last season.
Right.
What the
She's
problem...
supposed to be the architect of this season.
Technically, the problem isn't with Sage this season, it's with Cypher.
Yes.
So, and since Cypher is the main fucking plot of this season,
right,
the whole season kind of has been...
No,
not realizing
when they didn't stick the landing on the reveal of Cypher, which they were never going to, it was always stupid. That is fundamental, like that's foundational to the season.
Yeah.
That crack is felt, like doors don't close right now.
So this season is quite a lot weaker than any season of The Boys or even last season of Gen V.
No.
Last season of Gen V, we also said that they had a problem with their finale.
Yeah.
They run back after Sam and Emma when they go
take
to
like 30 minutes.
the forest,
Yeah.
and they show up like 30 minutes late, even though they left the same place,
Right.
like at the same time.
Right.
I was like, did you stop for fucking...
No, there's a glaring logic issue there, and like it. You let it go because you're having fun,
Right.
but it's annoying.
But also, it's like, they didn't show them fucking around.
Right.
It's just
right.
like, what were they doing?
But
Like,
this is just, yeah, right. They were just off screen for too long because they needed to not get there till this moment.
yeah.
This is
even
conscious,
worse.
dumb choices.
This is even worse.
I was so fucking mad. I mean, we were so stoked coming off of watching Deathstalker in the theater.
Yeah.
And then got home and we're like, oh shit, the fucking Gen V finale's out.
And so they're going to be holed up later, and another thing they like to do with a smart character is that, well, I have a plan, I'm not going to tell you about it yet, but it's super smart, trust me, because we haven't written it yet.
Right. And whatever happens, that'll have been it.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, whatever Sage's plan that she's trying to do or whatever in the next season of The Boys, I'm going to call it right now. I mean, I can't say for sure because they don't even know, because they haven't written it yet, but I'm going to call it right now that Cypher's plan will have worked better.
Yeah, whatever they do, I guarantee what Cypher said what his plan was, when he should have been the character losing his shit and going crazy.
Her idea of, well, we got to introduce our plan slowly to Homelander because he's a baby and fragile and he doesn't like threats or whatever. And suddenly Cypher's like, yeah, I can see where the problem is. You're right. Let's take care of Homelander. What? That's not what I said. That's what I heard. You said Homelander's the problem. So I'm going to take care of that. Like, and Sage tries to come back with an argument, and she can't. She doesn't have one.
Right.
Homelander sucks, and he's a loose cannon in any plan you're going to have. Because any hissy fit he's going to throw, there's no plan that won't go better if Homelander's just being puppeted. I can't imagine a one where it won't work better if Homelander's being run by somebody else.
Right.
Your plan is low-key, subtly controlling him anyway. My plan is just straight up controlling him. I don't understand how his plan is not better.
To me, Sage would have looked like an absolute genius if as soon as Cypher starts calling like students into the fightatorium to do weird like waves of fight classes or whatever, if she had just pulled a heavy snub-nosed revolver out and shot him.
Sure.
Like, moving on.
Yeah, it could not have worked or whatever, but like, yeah, she should be casual with her decision making. Like, the fact that she was so caught off guard and trying to convince him a lot, I was like, well, maybe because they're in love, because they've been having sex. I haven't really, that hasn't been sold either.
No, and I don't want, you got to do other things before you can show me. You can't sell me on her being the smartest woman in the world and a soft heart at once. You got to do one then the other. I'm so mad at how they did her character dirty this season. She
mentions the thing of like, I've been trying to avoid an outcome and I just can't seem to avoid it. And it's a big like, ooh, what's she talking about? Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It's gonna be dumb.
I guarantee you, avoiding this outcome, avoiding whatever bad outcome she wants, is probably
would have gone better if you were running.
It still would have gone better. Like, it doesn't. There's no reason, like, the world is better without Homelander in
right
it. Like, for real, like, there's just not a way around that logic. And he doesn't, I'm like, man, shouldn't be sympathized. I'm sympathizing with Cypher. I also don't get what she's not seeing in this.
Yeah.
His plan is monstrous, but she's a villain.
Right.
So that shouldn't really be the breaking point here.
Yeah.
Obviously, their plan was to kind of do this. Is her plan to not kill all this dumb soups? Is that too far for her? Because she didn't quite indicate that either.
Well, and I know they're not really using Marie in the new season of The Boys. They've said so, like it's not joining up the way that we.
Which makes
thought.
Me think like, oh,
they're
so
not
they're not
doing
gonna,
the no soups.
They're not doing the no soups thing.
Not the way we thought.
Yeah.
At least. Or if they do, it's going to be shoehorned in.
Yeah. They're going to make a dumb bullet out of Marie's powers or something and then have the Butcher shoot it or some shit.
Probably.
Or Huey.
Right.
So that they can sacrifice another black character so that another main character can look better.
Probably. I'm so mad at this fucking finale.
No,
Obviously, if you've watched all of Gen V so far, you're going to finish it out. I can't blame you. I did. But I would not recommend watching it. I was mad enough to almost turn it off.
It shows you a way that, like, even a great, like, really good writing can get fucked up if even just, like, if a certain thing is wrong, like so during a symphony, if one violinist misses one note on the strings, probably won't matter. If a fucking tuba blasts in the middle of it, all that whole doesn't kind of matter what you do after that.
No.
Like, so there's a level of,
there's some mistakes that really are mistakes.
Some of this is load bearing,
right?
And it is interesting. Like, they don't recognize their obviously weakest aspect in regards to writing this villain.
Yeah.
And Sage, there's no way really to save Sage. Although I will say I'm excited at the end. A-Train and
that was A-Train showing up is fantastic. Yeah.
Or I'm putting a bullet in the head of this fucking shit right now.
Are we standing outside around? Just talking?
Fuck this.
And you pointed out of, like, I love his attitude that, okay, I know there's been a quote unquote resistance, but now that I'm here, it's serious.
Yeah.
Like, it's really happening now.
I mean, you're excited to have, like, okay, cool, A-Train's on the team, but also, like, yeah, I mean,
except that
he's still A-Train, like, okay, well, he's not on Team Nazi now, but that doesn't make him a fucking,
right,
super awesome dude. Also, him and Huey teaming up is going to be a great, like, that's always a great back and forth. Yeah, but man, disappointing. Really, really fucking.
Well, now's a good time to move over to talking about college football's newest unknown sensation, Chad Powers.
They can't get him. This is insane. Oh my goodness.
Georgia's picked the ball up.
Georgia is going to win a championship.
What was Holiday thinking?
It's time for you to move on.
There's just one problem, Dad. I'm not done with football.
South Georgia's having open tryouts. I'm gonna do a Mrs. Doubtfire, but with football.
You here to try out? What's your name?
Jay.
And last name?
Is it?
Who's 200?
That was one hell of a performance.
You can take your helmet off.
I'm gonna leave it on.
Why?
In this helmet, I feel strong. Like a strong, powerful male.
So, Chad Powers.
Man, we were going to talk about this the other week, but then there was the Wolves.
The Wolves.
The Wolves.
Babies, the stew and the babies.
And if there was another thing immediately to talk about this week, I would have waited for the finale. But I couldn't think of anything to.
And I mean, I'm going to watch the finale of Chad Powers, but I know what we're going to say about it. There's no way they're going to pull this out.
They don't have enough time to pull this out.
No. I don't quite think this show is cute enough for me to want the 8 to 10 episodes that it would take, but they can't do it in 6.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I meant at the top of the show by, like, that's not enough episodes and not for the reason you think. Like, there's a lot of shows where, like, that's not enough episodes. Give me more, you sons of bitches. And
so Chad Powers.
So this is an American sports comedy television series created by Glenn Powell and Michael Waldron, starring Powell. It's developed from an Omaha production skit by Eli Manning that he did on his show called Eli's Places, where he went back to Penn State, I think it's Penn State, where's he from, and dressed up as this guy. And to me, that explains a lot about how unbelievably weird the joke of Chad Powers is, because it has that sense of, this is what I think of as cool kids trying to wade in on the theater kid area and make some jokes or whatever. This feels like skits in the middle of albums, or like why is every other track a bad skit, which is a huge thing in like the 90s and aughts, because Chad's too much. Like if the joke was for Eli Manning to try to walk back, like to like do a walk-on tryout at his old college and see if anybody notices if he wears some makeup. I mean, if he wears like a little bit of prosthetics, Chad's too much club. Chad's so weird, you're unforgettable. Chad's
at a certain point, he's so dumb. They don't think he can write, and they think he has CTE.
Right.
So there's a point where
CD.
I forget what it was, but he did something so dumb at some point that I was like, he said something. I wish I could remember it, but he said something so dumb I was like, okay, it's irresponsible to put this man on a football field.
No, you can't let him get hit in the head again.
He doesn't have the brain power to to spare.
So Glenn Powell's playing Russ Holiday, who at the start of the show utterly fucks up a bowl game in college.
Probably the best thing about the show is this opening, like him chicken hawking, like fucking like dancing and
right, like he makes an amazing play, and he spikes the ball at the 1 yard line before he crosses into,
or he kind of like flips it off,
flips,
or whatever.
Yeah, just whatever.
But he fucks up.
But it's live.
Yeah, and
like the ball's live,
and they grab it and they run at the other end. They lose that game. It's the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, it's like at the Rose Bowl.
It's like fuck. Yeah, it's
bad.
Like that would have been a bad.
And they mentioned that this is like the cherry on top of a series of ridiculous.
They make sure to mention that like Russ is not a fun guy to hang with. Also, he's been a lot of behavioral problems. Basically, the only they all but say at the front of it, like, yeah, the only reason we put up with any of his antics is because he wins us ball games. The second he doesn't win us ball games anymore,
he's a dual threat. He can run and, like, honestly, he's too much of an asshole to put up with if he could just run or just throw.
Oh, right, yeah, no, like, the fact that he can do both is
is like his whole reason to try. So they we then jump forward to 6 years later, 8 years, and he's kept himself in shape because he keeps thinking he did Dances with the Stars. He thinks he's going to be on the XFL. So we forgot the other reason why, the real reason why he's done at the end of that ball game is that he's mad. He realizes he's just lost in the game. He's standing at the sidelines, and cancer kid at the sidelines in a wheelchair with his dad, bald blanket, everything, wants an autograph.
The dad shows, and I was like, man, and also it's doesn't make what happens next right, but also dad, read the
room, man.
Read the moment here. Like,
but Chad fucking shoves the
dad
into the kid,
into the cancer kid.
All of it on national television.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be one thing if he dropped that ball. Having him shove that dad into the kid, and both of them wipe out on the thing. I'm like,
oh well.
You have
they really sell that of like, you have to he's done.
You have to not question how he's been not going to do anything in the next 6 years. Like,
right.
Okay, yeah, he's gone.
And then to fully sell it, they cut forward to him in a Cybertruck.
Yes.
So he's not learned. That way he's not learned anything.
Not learned any lesson. It's actually the best way I've seen a Cybertruck be used.
Right.
We talked about
Tulsa King. We talked about in Play Dirty having a guy pull the vape and blow it straight. Like, we meet a character, and within the first 5 seconds, he's vaped into someone's face.
Les, are we done with Tulsa King? I just realized we haven't watched.
We are. I hated that last episode so much.
Thank God.
I've watched a bunch pile up.
I realized, like, I just actually kind of, like,
Paramount's moved it fully into the comedy category. It's listed in their comedies.
Oh, wow. What a downfall. I just realized, like, kind of like an addict that has realized they haven't had a jonesing for.
I've been sober for how long?
I've been sober for, like, oh my God. I'm so proud of myself that there's, like, episodes.
They say that, like, after a few days that the Tulsa King chemically is out of your body.
But
it's just habit at that point.
Yeah.
So you just find another show that gets that show fixation. That's how you kick. So they explain a few things pretty handily, like just like why he hasn't done shit in 6 years. His dad, played by Toby Huss, who doesn't hate him.
Not enough Huss
in this. But it's not that his dad hates him, but his dad is done.
His dad portraying a guy that, and also I'm like, man, the dad's not wrong. He honestly, I wish more people would be. I hope they don't portray him like that. The dad's wrong in this. That he should be fully supportive.
So far, they've not.
I like that the dad has boundaries of like, I love you, kid, but you are toxic, and you just I can't
count on you.
I can't help you.
Well, and he gives him one more job, like not even a last thing, just to like, I tried to just let you run an errand for me,
and you fucked me on that.
Yeah, because his dad does movie level prosthetics.
Yeah,
which is supposed to justify how exactly Chad.
Yeah, I mean that
can have prosthetics.
That takes a team of people, but I guess whatever.
And not getting hit in the face repeatedly.
Right.
But whatever. The other part of how that plan works, besides his dad having made, he's got a box of professional prosthetics, but they have to recook some of them. But the other reason that the plan can work at all, and honestly, it's more Whisker's plan than Chad's, when he meets the mascot from the team at the walk-on. And the mascot decides that Oh no, this is going to explode and flame out.
Yeah, but I'm
bored.
bored.
It's going to be national when it does, and I bet I can ride this to something better.
Sure.
And it's not. You're a mascot at a bumfuck South Georgia Tech college.
Yeah,
like,
this is going to blow you up in any way. That's
right,
like,
right.
effective.
This actually sounds believable to me. That like, also there's a moment where they basically ask each other like, "Are you a psychopath?" And like Chad asks him, and he is. That kid is insane, man. He trips the actual starting quarterback because Chad's not the starting. He does good enough to get the walk on, but he's so weird and dumb that they make the saner guy with the less of an arm the starting quarterback because
he doesn't understand what being a leader means. A team
also
leader.
He is a douche. Yeah, he can't really lead the team. Steve Zahn as the coach is really good. I like the relationship with him and the daughter. I like all the elements are there, and there's not enough breathing room for any of these people to
I'm gonna talk about a couple of other characters that I like, and we're gonna talk about the thing that doesn't work. And I wonder if the audience will know, like, if the listeners will know why, like, what by the end of this, because I also like the daughter in the fact that she used to run track.
Yes.
Great show of like, and she's the only woman on the football team. Like, do you ever wish you could play football? Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Like,
what the fuck do you think I picked
ran
track? Yeah, they wouldn't let me, so I did
wants
this.
dad to just fucking take her opinion seriously.
Right.
And they have her run for broken
radios. Yeah.
She doesn't bitch about going to do grow for work. She goes, that's important. You need those. Fuck, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Takes off.
She's annoyed because she's in the middle of a conversation, but like she goes and gets it.
Comes back with a booster in tow. But
yes,
like,
Trisha.
Comes all the way back, and that must be hurt. Like she must have twitched her leg in a way that not like Roy Kent or
no,
whatever,
but her knee's not solid.
But her knee's not
and she
great.
Runs it,
and she fucking hits that. And they like, we actually got the radios back worth it, and she does great delivery on the. Oh, okay, well, fuck me, I guess. And because she turns around on the turn of like. Is in front of them, and then on the turnaround is like, okay, well, fuck me, I guess. Like it's hard to explain via podcast, but the body language of the actress,
she
fucking
is great.
Nails it. Just great stuff.
Steve Zahn and her losing it at each other on the sidelines when
right.
So she's his daughter. It is nepotism that she has this job, but she's good enough to have it and be listened to.
Well, also, I'm like Steve Zahn. I was like, yeah, and Steve, you're a loser,
right?
You haven't won a game,
but it sucks
forever.
that she knows that no other team would even hire her and ignore her.
Yeah,
that's how misogynistic.
That's how fucked up it is.
The thing she loves is,
and how she knows what they should do in this game, and she's known what to do the entire game, and can only like at a certain point like, all right, look, we're gonna lose or whatever, but like, hey, here's the idea, here's what we should do, and here's what's gonna win us. I don't like. You can yell at me or whatever, but this is what should be done.
There's a great moment where, like, Zahn has literally told Chad, you're not good enough to go in, like, you've never played. Well, because Chad can't admit that he's Russ and has played in front of the fucking Rose Bowl before. So his backstory is that he was homeschooled in West Virginia and has never played in front of a crowd because they couldn't play because of the wolves would steal the babies while people were at games, and so no one would come to football games. And, like, basically he just tells a really terrible lie until people are like, stop talking.
Yeah.
And I do like that his buddy that's helping him has to keep fucking making
canon.
Well, that's canon now, you dick.
I want to read if the props have an actual one. Like, I want to read what's in the actual
Enrique
canon notes.
Stanicki, when they realize that their friend has been adding stuff to it for years.
Yes, there's a whole
and like it's a much thicker book than and that's where Chad's gonna go. But Steve Zahn has literally just told him you're not ready, and then Jerry gets the first string quarterback gets hurt.
Okay, so
then you like, so I know I just told you that you weren't ready.
Well, fuck that.
You were born for this moment.
Great.
Zahn's eyes are insane. He is like you can tell that everything, like man, everything in the world rides on this. Believe me now. You can listen to me or that line, son of a bitch, I was a minute ago. And like that's great. And there's a moment later that's again, Zahn kills this joke where he says, "What were you doing for fun this?" Actually, I have no idea what you would do for fun, Chad.
No, that's a great.
And he nails it only it's a good joke that then reveals something. It's in the 5th episode. It reveals that I should have had some time in this show where he learns what weird thing Chad wants to do on the weekends.
I want to talk about the Booster Club lady before we get to that.
So Trish is my favorite thing in the show.
She's so funny
by far. That running bit.
Yeah.
So I literally I was already thinking, God damn, the daughter can run. She runs like a fucking.
She's been hurt, but she's run track like she can fucking book it.
Fuck, can they run?
Yeah.
Every one of them. Yeah, I mean, seriously, she runs like an Amish and. Yeah.
But she's fucking on her ass like tail like. Fucking,
but when the Booster's like in a dress and heels and like you can see her standing there like the daughter standing there with the duffel bag like okay, but I have to flat foot run back to the sideline right now.
Yeah.
And she just takes off running. And then they cut to her coming out of the gate onto the sideline. And she's right behind her.
Yeah.
Oh, I trained to run from the pores. Every one of her asides that's under her breath, like super quick, are great. The bit that we both died on of she's up in the Booster's box.
Yeah.
Like the skybox.
With other rich
fucking
assholes.
Smoking. And like, well, my money paid for it, and the guy tries to like dig on her of like, no, your daddy's money paid for it, and you can't smoke in here.
Starting a duel that he should not have started.
No, because she pummels him. I mean, she hits him so hard he's liquid.
Don't you want to leave early? Because I hear your plane takes time to fuel up. Like
just because we both got jets. No. I have a jet. You have a tiny ass little plane that's probably got a female pilot.
I don't have a female pilot.
And she roars back, "What's wrong with the female pilot?" Like, she teed up and he took the bait.
And you could know, and you see in his eyes, his fearful doe eyes of like that he's done. He's like, he doesn't know how to respond.
Trisha
fucking
steals it every. Well, this is as bad as when I watched the Challenger blow up. I was there.
You were there?
Yeah, it didn't mess me up, man.
I was 8.
And then later on, like, something bad's happened, and it's just like the Challenger all over again.
It's the Challenger all over again. Like, no, the interview's going
going badly, yeah.
Oh, it's Challenger all over again. Oh my god.
Russ sleeping with the coach's wife was good, but none of these things have moments to breathe.
The coach's wife and Zahn's breakdown during the interview is actually really great, uncomfortable, like, whoa, like okay, now, and you can see like the wife like, oh, now that I have the power here, like, you know, like,
fuck it, I can. I'm now in a space where like, call my bluff. I'm gonna finish talking.
Well, she almost goes like, okay, skip me. I don't want to talk about how great football is and how awesome my family is.
Right.
Like, skip me. And she's like, no, really. Like, it reminded me of Newsroom of like, no, answer that question. And like, you don't want me to answer that question. Okay.
Why are you taking such a deep breath?
It also, but Steve Zahn hits back at her like, so last summer with your tennis instructor or whatever, were you getting what you needed then? You knew about that? Of course I know about that.
I'm not stupid.
And like, he gets like it's a back and forth on the power dynamic, and like, she's still ultimately right, but loses some ground in that. But you know who we're not talking about in that exchange, or much at all in this entire conversation?
Chad.
It's Chad. And like you said, it was the moment on that episode where they're talking about the interview. Steve Zahn is like, hey, so I know you don't really like interviews much anymore, and yeah, like, well, they're all owned by Soros or whatever. Like, yeah, no,
he's got a weird because Russ is a weird conspiracy dude.
Yes. And Zahn is like, I know you'd rather be. Actually, honestly, son, I actually I couldn't fathom what you do for fun. And the joke, and that's supposed to be the joke going forward, is that Chad is an inconsistent character that Russ created, and he's kind of a blank slate that no one knows anything about.
And the problem is that people are going to want to get to know him.
Yeah.
But they want it to function like Being There, where Chancey Gardner where Chance, like Peter Sellers' character, is only saying lines he's seen on TV, and everybody just puts on him what they need to hear.
Yeah.
And they want Chad to work like that. But there's not enough time with anyone.
No.
And the chance of discovery is so, like, the suspension of disbelief that this is working is so thin.
Yeah.
That they can't risk it. Like when the daughter spends even half a moment having a good moment with Chad, and then very nearly, I mean, like the next moment on the bus, she's looking at her. Oh, she runs into Russ, and they have a moment, like him out of makeup, and they have a weird moment, which is actually good. They've actually got chemistry. But then she's thinking about Russ Holiday a little bit in her head at night when she's alone, and she's next to Chad, and you can see her already putting it together.
Yeah, you see the head tilt kind of go, wait a minute.
So I get why they picked 6 episodes, but throughout these 6, I do not know who Chad is. Chad doesn't know who Chad is. It's been fun and cute, and these people are working hard, man. These actors are really fucking trying. But this show, I read a review of it from Vulture that said it engineered within an inch of its life. That this feels like a show, like that a corporation saw Ted Lasso and went, we've got basically another one of those, right? Do Eli's thing.
Mm-hmm.
And because they want this to be Ted Lasso, but it does not have the breathing room to get that to that special place. And maybe that's the boring space that makes all Apple, like, maybe taking that risk with that breathing room is why most Apple shows are boring. Because when it works, it's Ted Lasso.
But then every once in a while it hits. Maybe that's it. And that's the risk you gotta run.
But man, this thing rushes through a bunch of screwball cuteness. It has all of the believability of Sprung, the QB or whatever fucking show I watched on Freevee where Garrett Dillahunt breaks out of or gets released out of prison at COVID.
Well, I think didn't we track this? Like, okay, so this is a 6-episode show about a guy who pretends to be another guy to play football.
Right.
We basically never play football almost. Like we can't show
supposedly he's won his 3rd game, but I mean we've only seen a scant few.
We've seen basically one play. That last play we don't see. We watch her watch it.
Which I did love that choice.
Yeah.
It sells better than anything you could show. But this is like early season Letterkenny of like, are they playing hockey or are we just at a hockey rink?
Yeah.
Because apparently Peyton and Eli Manning did help with the production of the show and secured like when they go to that stadium in Tennessee, that's actually a real stadium.
To me, I think, and I'm noticing that, and my running theory on post-COVID productions is, hey, why aren't crowd scenes back like they were before?
They're about to all be AI.
And
I'm sure
crowds, to me,
extras are fucked.
Hollywood crowd scenes were an expense they just bit and did before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
No one had to explain why a crowd scene was needed.
Man, extras are fucked. Crowd scenes are about to be entirely AI.
And now, post-COVID, I really think that on the line item, when you have a crowd scene, now there's a producer going, wait, but we showed we didn't need that. We did a whole year where we nixed those and no one rioted and shows didn't collapse.
Right. So
why do we need
the argument
that?
back is the writers going, yeah, well, in those 3 or 4 years, we tabled a million plot ideas that we've not been able to do.
So, and I'm saying that they won't have crowd scenes anymore, but I'm saying you have to justify each one now.
Right.
Individually,
and so
has to have an
every
argument.
time they show a crowd here, it's got to be for the emotion, like the meltdown on the sideline. I need to know that was public, so you have to have people behind them, like a crowd.
Right.
I have to know that was embarrassing in public, not during practice.
But you notice they never cut to the other team, other coaches.
No.
There's no other sideline.
No.
Like that's empty.
Yeah.
And I think that like other than that half of the stadium they shoot on, that's the half filled with extras. Like, there's a half of that stadium that's fucking empty. In the actual shoot.
And Glenn Powell, like, it's a hard thing to walk. Russ has to be unlikable. Like you have to not like Russ, but you have to believe that Russ can change. And that's, to me, it's not his fault that the show does not give the space or time or writing to me. But he's fucking trying.
Glenn Powell, and it's doing the thing where it should be.
He was created by him.
He decides that he's going to be Chad full time, and that's a great,
which is a pretty funny, yeah.
But also, you should understand why, because he's like, oh, Chad's all right, and he starts to like Chad more than he likes himself because Chad is his idea of what a nice person is, and with he's basically just doing the idea of just pretend to be the person you want to be, and eventually, the pretending the lines will blur,
right,
and you'll just be that person,
right,
and so he's getting lost in that. The only problem is that. Is Chad a nicer person than him?
How do you get lost in Chad? You've not established Chad yet.
He can't get lost in. So there's Mrs. Doubtfire immediately has a established character. That's part of Robin Williams' shtick is like having a bunch of voices. Tootsie has a scene where he bitches about this handbag. Like, so I went over to this handbag. The one I wanted, the woman, there was 3 women and the woman that got it, I know she did time. And you can, and that's the scene where like, so he is in it. He's Tootsie,
in it now.
like and he's lost in it. Like Tootsie's a real character.
To me, if you wanted to do it, but do it differently than those, have him start out as Russ and like, hey man, you can't act like this while wearing the Chad stuff. You know he has to be a different person. And then have Chad just be blank. He's just a nothing person for like an episode or two. And Russ enjoy that.
Yeah, being nothing.
And the other guy like, hey man, so this isn't healthy or helpful or sustainable. You have to pick a person Chad is.
Yeah.
And him start, I don't know, watching all his favorite movies. You could have a really funny scene of him watching a bunch of movies and being like, no, I always really loved that character. Okay, again, man, you got to quit picking the villain in 80s movies. The guy you want to emulate would be Daniel Russo in this movie, okay?
Right. No, I want to be the Karate Kid.
Yeah,
fucking,
like you could run that, like Russ just continually picks like, no, but he's the cool one in the movie. Again, dude, that's the bully.
No, I think no, you can't be Biff. What
why?
What are you talking
Why would
about?
you want to?
Well, I don't want to fuck my mom. Good point.
Okay,
damn it.
That's a bad option. Like, take that DVD out. Like, show him growing. But man, when he decides I'm just going to be Chad forever, there's no Chad to be. You're making up dumb. I mean, and it's not even pre-thought out. You're winging dumb shit about West Virginian wolves.
And that's in the same episode as the joke of like, I don't know what you do for fun. And I was like,
neither does he.
This show has it. I'm like, oh wow, what a lampshade on this of like, the show doesn't know what they've done.
How has no one noticed the only Cybertruck in a Tri-County area?
Yeah.
I don't care how far in the woods you park. It is a fun line when he just walks up to a team meeting from the woods. And like, did you just come from the fucking forest?
Well, when you think about it, we're all from the woods.
Like, okay. Yeah. To me, the absolute like show stealer is Trisha, played by Wynn Everett. But Frankie Rodriguez as Danny, it might be my second favorite, only because he is truly an unhinged theater kid.
Well, they spend so much time with him and Russ, that relationship actually sells.
Right.
And what I realized is that they spent so much time on that, there's almost no time with the coach's daughter and Chad or Russ.
Yeah, for Ricky and Chad. Or Ricky and Russ.
And, what was it? First episode was him basically creating Chad, right?
Right,
so there's not a lot of Chad there.
Second episode's him trying to get the quarterback spot, but not be able to play. He's not actually starting.
Right. Third episode is where shit kicks off, basically.
Right, he actually gets to play at the end of it.
That's like a really great episode. Fourth episode is just the drive to another game, an away game, and curfew.
Well, and he's got to get. I do like that they fucked the glue up. Like fourth episode, we start having makeup problems, in which if this were an 8-episode show, yeah, you got to start having make problems with the prosthetic just as soon as you can, because I need to see that.
So there's a little Chad in the beginning of that one, but most of that is Russ and
so that's actual Russ.
Russ and what's his name bonding and and then there was a basically the interview is like, well, we're on a hot 5-game winning streak, and we realized that like I've not seen Chad play, and also I've not seen Chad a lot since it's established Chad doesn't do much. He doesn't.
But I haven't seen Chad not play
because he's only Chad. He can only sustain it so long. So most of the time he just does it for games.
Right. And then they establish that he's bad at lying, and so every time he hangs out with anybody, he just adds terrible lore to the canon book.
If you're not going to show the games, we can't actually show a lot of Chad. It's weird.
So you're not going to show the games. You can't really show Chad talking because he's just going to make it worse every time he opens his mouth.
Do you realize that?
But you can't have Russ.
Other than the one guy that doesn't like him on the team, I don't know how his teammates are going to react to having a fake guy on this team. Do they care? I don't know any of them.
No, I don't know any of them.
I know the one guy that doesn't like him, and I know the other quarterback, weird religious dude, that is also kind of weird.
I feel like I know more about the rivalry between the head cheerleader and Danny.
Yes.
Which is pretty funny. Like, this show,
My Sweet
honestly,
16.
this show lives on quick lines that people say under their breath as the fucking scene's ending, because she's like, why are you staring at Chad? And he's in the fish costume and spins on her of like, there's no way that you can tell where I'm staring. And she's like, no, you're staring at him. Mm-hmm. Are you fucking him? And he roars back, no, he's fucking me. And leaves it at that.
Yeah.
And like, I kind of love that. Like, I really wanted them to run with that like, no, according to the cheerleaders now, and that would spread like that. By the end of this game, every cheerleader would know Chad's gay.
Well, we're like they run this risk too of like being homophobic, but I do like that Steve Zahn's like, so I know you demanded that the mascot share a room with you, so I'm just saying like where a man hangs his hat is his own business, but like keep it professional.
Right.
Like
well, and like the main reason for the curfew, like one of the coaches is like, so the curfew's about not, being out all night, and the other coach is like, shut up. The curfew's about you assholes not getting out there clapping cheeks. Don't fuck things before the game. You lose your...
Okay, well, it's not like about that. Fuck that, it is.
He says clapping cheeks like 8 times in a very short amount of time.
The line coach or whatever, like,
oh my God,
is the guy from Lethal Weapon they had to replace.
Yeah, that's right.
I forget his name.
That doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
He sounded like a fucking
I like
asshole.
their other black coach as the pessimist.
Quentin Player.
And they have a nice conversation between all the coaches of like, oh man, isn't it great that we're like thinking about making the playoffs or whatever. Like, oh my God, was that optimism from you? And I realized that like, oh, I guess I know his character somewhat because I do know that that's the gag, is that he's a downer. But also like, yeah, well, if you got a quarterback, you got a shot. And like, don't ever tell him I said this, but yeah, we got a fucking quarterback. And I was like, oh, and this doesn't sell because I don't know. I haven't seen Chad be I know Russ is a good quarterback, and I know Russ and Chad are the same person, but also the cognitive dissonance is...
Well, and when the one coach is suddenly, I like, oh my God, are you not being a total pessimist? I don't know that coach well enough to know that... There's a moment in Hacks where Hannah, the younger comedian, storms onto the bus and is like, just, so everybody knows, trying to be a better person, I'm not really drinking anymore. And the person she says it to looks at her and goes, cool, I don't actually know you, so is that a change? That's lost on me. And walks off. And like, when that coach spoke up of like, yeah, we got a fucking quarterback, and like, I don't know, man, are you usually a downer? I'm not around you a lot on this show. It's a show that lives entirely on side character bits, and it honestly makes me kind of impressed at the fucking how many hands are holding up this building that does not have a lot of foundation, because the central post of Chad Powers is not really there.
If the argument is that Chad Powers is the gag is that he's kind of a not consistent slate,
he's kind of a cipher.
I would have been like, okay, so that's your core concept for your show, and that's a hard core concept to pull. Like you're boxing, you're tying your hands behind your back.
That's not a lot different than the core concept as a character that doesn't want to be on the show. Like, hey, hear me out, just don't do that.
Right.
We have a great idea for it. Okay, but don't.
It's why are you making this harder for yourself?
Right. Absolutely insane.
Also the Chad in that episode with the interview is great, but also Chad's not a part of that.
Right.
Like, by the end of that interview is all about
that he and the daughter have to leave. Yeah. And granted, no one at that table has figured out that Chad is the person who she slept with. But
she looks like she's kind of figuring it out.
I thought she was figuring it out, but then I think that's supposed to read as her deciding to do this right now. Because I was wondering that too.
Good surprise on the show though. I thought he fucked the journalist.
Same. And then his just apoplectic like, I got a doo-doo.
And now they're gonna have to do the Lord's work of that. If him and the coach's daughter are gonna have a relationship, like, well, she met Russ one time, so the relationship would have to be based off Chad Powers,
right?
And she hasn't interacted with Chad enough for that relationship to sell. Also, on top of that, we're gonna have to forgive that you fucked my mom.
Yeah, there's almost no chance. Like, I'm hoping
that
I know,
stepmom...
but
they're going to get together at the end of this.
Right, I'm hoping that's stepmom, but I'm not certain. Is it not? That's her mom.
No, it's not even his ex-wife yet.
That's
like, they're separated.
Mom.
Yeah, that's her mom.
Nope, you're done, dude. You're done. You're toast.
Except I know they're going to end this season with, like...
You're going to have to become a third person who's not ever met or fucked any of y'all.
The end of this is going to be like...
plaid showers.
Well, I'm Russ. Do you want to go on a date with me, like as just Russ? And like, okay, let's try it. And that's how the show's gonna end. And I'm gonna have to like, forget that
Thanksgiving's gonna be awkward.
I don't even say that they can't be friends, but like, can a relationship survive when you, in the back of your mind, you know that like you fucked my mom?
Right. Like they can be friends, and like because like in their friendship, she's gonna be able to give him constant shit of like, I mean. You should get up and get me that. Like,
motherfucker.
Hey, do you want me to get you a refill on your? Yeah. Would you grab the next round since you fucked my mom? It's been 6 years. When are you going to stop bringing it up? Never.
Never. Single minute.
For the rest of your life, Holiday, or should I call you Powers? Seriously, he's never going to live this shit down.
No,
I'm going to watch the last episode, but it's why I felt okay with this being where it is on the week and not seeing the 6th.
yeah.
Because it's not long enough to do the story things they need to do. Giving it more episodes wouldn't make this show do it.
Mm-hmm.
It would need to be rethought and restructured.
Right.
And I don't think the source material was ever going to rise to the Ted Lasso that they wanted it to.
No, it's a cute
It's
idea.
a cute idea. It should have been a movie, I think.
It and I like the fact that a lot of the jokes come from that this idea practically almost immediately can't stand up.
Right.
That's
why I think it should have been a movie, because that way it's only the second act that you're like, how is this sustaining?
Yeah, most of what Chad does is running around trying to like avoid water from his makeup or not take off his helmet.
Right.
Because his hair is
Because
stuck.
they'll take the wig with it.
Or
get more glue in bumfuck Tennessee.
Or try wait, how is there no footage of you somewhere in a high school? I don't care where you came from.
Right.
Oh
my God, when they ask him who from your past has been a big influence on you, like, why do you play? And they're expecting him to say his dad or his granddad or literally anyone. Somehow no one on ESPN's tried to look up his hometown or anything. And he says Benjamin Franklin. Because he and father of electricity, and without electricity there's no lights, and so you can't see the game. That's just dark football. Or that's just the dark football. And no one can watch the dark football.
Dark football.
Powell's it's kind of like Hitman. Like, Powell's delivery sells stuff that shouldn't work.
Glenn Powell is
that's a charming fucking dude. Because I didn't really like this show, but I still fucking love that weirdo.
I want to say that Timothy Oliphant had the unfortunate of being born a couple decades too late to not be in the Western era that he was obviously born to be in.
Supposed to be in.
Glenn Powers is, not Glenn.
Powell.
Glenn Powell. Bleh, I'm starting to forget who he is. Glenn Powell is on one level right where he needs to be in this era of leading man that is a little bit not taking himself too seriously and can self-reflect. But really he belongs. I can see this guy like, man, you would not have been recognized as a good actor, but you would have killed it in 90s rom-coms.
Oh my God.
90s rom-coms, you would have you'd been like Hugh Grant, you would have cleaned up.
Dude, anyone but you shouldn't work at all.
Yes.
That movie is a complete misfire.
Yeah.
That it only basically sustained by the charm of the leads. Like, it just shouldn't work. And any bits of it that do are because, like, man, you were charming enough to pull projects over the finish line. Mm-hmm. That said, there's only so many of that in a row I can watch you do before it will start to tarnish you.
Yes.
Like, I don't really want to see another 2 or 3 Chad Powers that almost work from Powell. Right. I am so hoping that Running Man...
I'm thinking Running Man is going
to launch this dude.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you. I want to see him be Booster Gold or somebody fucking fun in the DCU. Or Marvel or wherever. Like, I want to see this guy blow up. Also, he's a local boy. I love him.
To me, I'm like, thank God Timothy Oliphant was born in now because we get Justified and stuff. Like, he would have been another Eastwood in the 70s, and we kind of would have forgotten about him.
Right.
Like, but now he got to be do really interesting projects, like Deadwood and Justified, and really sell shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't dissuade anyone from watching Chad Powers, and I also wouldn't fully recommend it. It's not appointment TV. No one's gonna be talking about this a year from now. You won't be missing out on when you no one's gonna reference Chad Powers in front of you and you not know what's going on.
Right.
Unless you got a big football, like maybe my brother, I'll bring it up. Maybe he's watched it.
Well, that's probably going to wrap it up for us on Chad. There is one more episode, so that'll probably be in the diaries for next week, from one of us at least. And next week, you can tune in as we talk about The Lowdown with Ethan Hawke.
Lowdown!
Which looks to be a fun, grizzled, pulp, detective type shit set in Oklahoma. We've let a few episodes pile up of it, and so we should be able to give a pretty good hot take on The Lowdown. But until next time,
Easy's out. Oh no, the world.
I'm sure it's a different quarterback with frosted tips and a cubic zirconia stud.
Well, it's real. It's a blood diamond.
You verified that somehow.
whatever.